Now we're going to go over how to use the graphics for the cognitive assessment. So it's going to be the WISC, WAIS, WIPSI, RIAS, WIAT, and the at a glance, which combines a whole lot of different academic achievement tests. So I know we have the WIAT, the GORT, the CTOP, just things like that. Unless you're doing like a psychoeducational type of evaluation, you probably won't be using at a glance or the WIAT. But these are the ones that we're going to be using most of the time. So if I'm using any of these modalities, I'm going to go ahead and click cognitive assessments, and it's going to bring me to this nice folder here. So definitely what you don't want to do is try to convert them to a Google Docs. It will go crazy. It will give you all kinds of gibberish. These files are encrypted. So this just won't work. So let's just say for the sake of this example that I'm going to do a little WIPSI for a child that's under 4 years old because it's the shortest. So for the sake of this, we're just going to download this file. You're going to want to be very, very mindful about which modality you're using because all of these are a little bit different. So for WIPSI, you really have to pay attention to the age, and for the WISC, we have added the CPI and the GAI for children that have ADHD because those measures can be really important for them. So we have this here. It's already been downloaded, so I'm going to go over to the Finder, and here it is right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put in all of the scores. So as you can see here, we have the range. So you're going to want to look at each of the individual scores and plot them accordingly. So for example, if their full scale IQ, let's say, is a 100, I'm going to put the 100 here because it's in the average range. And the same thing for everything else. So like say this is an 86, we'll say this is like a 115, get some range here, we'll do like a 75. And let's say genius, working memory, they're like 131. Awesome, perfect. We want to make sure that all of these rows are filled out. Now, when it's time to export it, just like the RIAS, we're going to go ahead and hit export. We're going to go down here to where it says format. We're going to select PNG, very important. 300 is totally fine for this purpose, and we're going to go ahead and hit save. Now, we're going to go back. Oh, it's loading. Cool. So now we're going to go back to where we were before, and here's our PNG. Awesome. So now we're going to go over to our document. This is my little demo document, and we're going to find cognitive and intellectual functioning. This is where you're going to report the WAIS, WISC, WIPSI, etc. Hit insert, image, upload from computer, and here's our WIPSI. Open, take a moment, and there it is. So another very, very, very important thing, you're going to want to double click and crop this. So we don't need all of this white space. We also don't need these very nice convenient tags that I created down here for myself when I was creating it. I don't know why this purple box keeps coming up. Just pretend that that's not there, and I'll fix it by the time you end up using this. We're going to enlarge it so that it fits, and that is how we're reporting our Wechsler scales. I hope that was helpful.